Yeah, so I think I will address all the question in one large rant, and I will explain a little bit how everything is structured, and what happened also with the spell meetings and all of this stuff. So we are a decentralized team, and as a decentralized team, we take a little bit of differences in hours, and we are a little bit all over the world. So we assembled this team about a couple of weeks before launching the actual product of Abracadabra. And like every normal company, every normal startup, at the beginning, the first month, we had to figure out how to best work together and make the minting work and the management work. And we had a little bit to adapt about each other's time zones, and this was essential. And of course, there was a little bit of hiccups, like for example, about the multi-sign. Sometimes it was taking very long to happen, and we needed a little bit to find that momentum, like that time that is required to start working all together and get in sync, which is, I think, everybody can understand. It's a classic part of just starting to build a team all together, and that was the reason. So let's look into the treasury. So right now, um, there is. There is the initial supply of magic internet money that has been minted and has been given to a multi-sign that you all saw, which includes, I think, one of the strongest multi-signs in the whole industry. The team doesn't have the majority of the multi-sign, and the memes are parked there. How it works is that before complete DAO decentralization, that is the aim of Abracadabra, we are basically funding each individual pool or each individual cauldron from directly from the multi-sign, as you have seen. Then we have a second multi-sign that is composed by me and Merlin, that currently has the ownership of the spell minting contract that we operate, just me and Merlin, for the reason that we do weekly rewards, and if we don't do the issuance quickly, then people is incapable of making the withdrawals from the farms, and it gets flooded, and there is a lot of problems. So that's why we kept it this way. Um, to be honest, it can be changed, and we can make like the meeting of spell rather than weekly. It can be weekly for the farms, and we can go ahead and create like a snapshot page if you want to implement the proposal that Jeffrey did about having different amounts of spare rewards depending on the week, and depending on bi-weekly at this point, because we need the multi-sign to fund, I guess, everything at least 3 or 4 days in advance, because it takes some time. We made a vote to reduce the amount of multi-signers needed for moving from 6 to 5, which still maintains no, basically no majority from the team of Abracadabra, but it allows us to be a little bit more flexible, especially on the multi-signers for the multi-chains deployments like the FTM and the BSC one, and then we will talk about that, and Polygon, because not everybody in the multi-sign has the time to look into like 3, 4 multi-sig Gnosis vaults, and all the time, like every 3, 4 days, go and sign. So on rotation, somebody of the guys in the multi-signers are going to look into all the stuff that we are doing. In terms of transparency, to be honest, like I'm a little bit sad about this lack of trust, because trust is not required in these cases, because everything is on chain. It's not that I make things that are untraceable or you guys cannot see. Everything is there, And if you look at the mission schedule that we have on the token economics, and you look at all the spells that have been minted and all the spells that have been claimed, and all the team allocation that has been done, and all of that, you will figure out that actually everything is in line with what was expected. On the other hand, I completely agree that um, I think the lack of a consolidated social presence, for example, a Discord or an official Telegram, has not helped with the transparency. I think that now we have decided to go for the Discord as the
Quiz
community has
questions.
grown to a decent amount, and this will help a lot on communicating directly with me, other parts of the team that you know already, and the future of the team that is probably right here in this call. So this is what I have to say.
Yeah, so regarding the transition between Telegram and Discord, we are already updating all the different resources as well as all the CoinGecko pages and all the external links we have to redirect everyone to the official Discord, which has been kind of reorganized right now because I got the ownership, and thanks to the guys who created it before, I've been able to organize it a little bit better. And we're keep gonna doing that in order to have a space where we can just discuss about different proposals or discuss about the general health of the protocol and whatever and other thing you wanted to do on Telegram. But it's way better to do it on Discord. It's way more organized, and we're going to be able to go through all the messages way better. And yeah, that's on me about the transition between Telegram and Discord. And okay, so if it's okay for you, Danny, we can go on with the questions.
Please, I think we can go ahead if somebody has something to ask about what I just said. Please raise your hand, come up to the stage so we can talk. And maybe I didn't address specifically everything. If you have something more specific, please write to Romy, or there is a channel for the AMA. But I would like to close this down now. So, and then we can move on in more interesting stuff.
Exactly. If I think the only thing that maybe we can still address is how we are using Sabler, because there's a guy called Acid Bird that asks Georgie and Danny minted over 1.8 billion spell tokens from zero address and sold in total around 350 million tokens. Sabler wasn't used for that, so can you talk about how we use spell to cover for some operational expenses or stuff like that?
No, no, I already addressed this. Like, if you do the calculation on how much from the first Sablier, like you're talking about my stream. So I didn't stream from the beginning because we were busy. I said I don't need the stream anyway. I'm not gonna sell my spell, and I didn't. So I sold like 10K worth, and what happened is that at a certain point, like 3 weeks after all the other Sablers were started, I started my Sabler. But it was correct that I should have received a certain amount of tokens streamed from the Sabre to that point. So that is what has been minted directly to my address. I'm very transparent
Perfect.
to this. Additionally, what I want to say is that there has been days in which we haven't been able to be on time with the multi-sign to mint for the farms, in which my personal token has been sent, or George's personal tokens has been sent to top up the farms, and for that reason, we have been repaid back. So.
Perfect. I think this concludes all the questions about transparency and treasury, and we're definitely going to be able to have a regular treasury update. It's not going to be a problem, and we can do it. So if that's okay for you and you don't have any questions, we can move on to, as Danny said, more interesting stuff and on the questions that have been written on the Discord.
Let's wait
Yeah, sure.
maybe a few
I can
seconds.
see if I cannot see if someone is raising their hands, so you're gonna have to check and let them speak because you are the owner of the space.
Yeah, please raise your hand if you want to speak now, or request to be speaker. So seems like that the FUD is over. Thanks God. This is
We
great.
survived.
We can
Let's go.
we survived the FUD, so we can move on to the cool
Okay,
shit.
perfect. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go on a chronological order from the people who wrote in the channel, and you can.
Yes,
Okay, so
please.
the first question is: have we reached enough stability with an ICE to add it? And more importantly, what metrics are you looking at to determine if an asset is stable enough to be added to Abracadabra lending markets?
So this is a very good question. So right now, what we are looking at is to try to not have more meme than what we have in the tree pool. I can see that one of the reasons why we haven't been growing the tree pool much on curve is that we are giving the rewards in spell. A lot of people from the interface of curve not can see the rewards there directly because the spell doesn't have a gauge yet. I can say that next week the gauges are coming, and which is fantastic, and we will redirect the spell rewards through the gauge on curve directly. So the APY that will be displayed on curve will be a combination of the CRV rewards plus the spell rewards, and it will bring a lot of attention also from all the other projects like Yearn that can build a vault, like Yearn Vault Curve meme and Convex Finance and all these guys take DAO that can start working on our farms, right? Mm. Which is very important. So this contract will be also the new contract for the gauges, which is way more gas efficient, and it will be very 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 good. That's why it took a little bit more time. It will be the first of its kind, and this also will bring some attention to the project, and it's very good. Now, talking about this, I think we need to connect to the point of sourcing liquidity because Abracadabra is as sustainable as the liquidity that is sourced through for our project to allow the leverage to happen. And is as sustainable as magic internet money is used in context outside of exclusively leverage markets, and it's used for different like a normal stable coin. So the more meme spreads, the better the peg becomes, uh, the better the protocol earns fees, and it's created an ecosystem around our coin. So what I can see is that currently there is billions and billions worth of stable coins of BSC that are on EPS and other curve-like protocols that are unused, or at least they are used, but they are not earning high APYs. And because they remain there since the farming, gold farming days of BSC. That is a big opportunity that we have. Exactly the same happens with Phantom, in which there is a lot also of FUSDT and USDC and DAI that are there circulating that have no allocation from those communities. Um, and this I think is our opportunity because we see that there is a high competition environment in the Ethereum ecospace, of course, and we can compete, and we show that in just 1 month and a half we have been competing. We are doing $1.8 million revenue for a 1.5 months protocol. I mean, this is fantastic, guys, and I don't know if you realize it yet, but this is impossible in any traditional venture to achieve. Uh, but the scalability is what we need to reach, and I think the cross-chain value proposition is not only good for looking towards the future of DeFi that is completely cross-chain and is a thematic that is coming out more and more, but also is about sourcing liquidity, as I said, and maintaining this sustainable arbitrage going on in between chains and sourcing the USDT, the USDC, and the DAI that we require for maintaining our leverage products and be highly profitable. Now, Magic Internet Money is deployed already on Polygon, BSC, and Phantom. We have had some situation with AnySwap that is refunding the meme that have been lost through the hack that they had. But now I'm confident on the work that they have done. I talk extensively with Andre about it, and we are confident on reopening. We are confident. We are very confident on what is happening with AnySwap v3, and I think a decentralized bridge in that sense is the best one out there. I really like the idea of being able to swap meme in between like BSC and Phantom, and having deployed markets on EPS and the Curve Phantom and Curve Polygon. The opportunity on arbitrage on swapping direct in between this chain without passing through Ethereum is insane. I find it very, very, very compelling, and all this liquidity sourcing all across, and this environment in which really we are creating the first truly ubiquitous and the cross chain, um, cross collateral, even multi chain collateral, collateralized, multi chain collateralized stable coin. I mean, guys, this 1 year ago was magic, and still.
I think you cut off, Dani.
This is really interesting for me, I think.
Yeah, I think you cut off for a few seconds. So if you can just repeat the last few sentences, then we're good.
You're not hear me?
You lagged for a little bit, for a few seconds, but all good, all good. Yeah, I think we got the bigger picture, which was what most of the people were asking. To be honest, they were trying to get a glimpse of what the whole idea behind Abracadabra is and how it's going to go in the future. And on this line, I think we can address some more specific questions,
Can
like for
I still going on a second about
yeah, of
this
course, of
cross
course, of
chain?
course.
Yeah. So another thing that I want to announce is that next week we will have a spell also bridged over to BSC and Phantom, with also the Phantom to BSC bridge open. This will allow us to migrate also some rewards towards direct these rewards also in these chains. So we can also, for the same reason that we said, like we can expand the liquidity mining towards a cross chain, a multi chain environment, and we can also source liquidity on pairs like FTM Spell and Spell BNB from other exchange listings that can give rewards on their own coins, and we can push the vision that we have of having the meme trading all across and spell trading all across. So um, this will be a vote. I think we should be voting if we want to spell meme markets there, or if we want to spell native coin markets for having more directionality. This is something that we will do. Second, like attaching to this voting stuff that I'm talking about, like I think that now we're starting to have a consolidated business model, a consolidated vision. We are making money. Everything is going pretty well. Apart of some dumping around and some stuff, but I really don't focus on this kind of stuff after not 2 months that is out. I mean, we are looking forward for a year or two in this protocol, so I don't really care whatever is the prices is, but I know what it will be, and in my opinion, at least. And what we are looking forward now is to start decentralizing the governance and the roles, and what the community can do for us, and what we can do for the community, and the Discord, also the official Discord channel, will become the important hub in which the discussion about governance happen. We will spin up a snapshot page in which we can start voting for things, and start this path to decentralization that I think is very important for the protocol now to start growing. and this is it. Yeah.
Dope, sweet. So you also addressed the questions about the governance portal and when we were gonna be able to bridge spell on other chains. So great. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about what are the new IBN tokens that we are interest bearing tokens that we are looking into right now and which are ready to be deployed. If you want to say something
Yeah.
about that.
So I think more important, like we have already many cauldrons to be honest, but we haven't been launching them because of the liquidity on Triple. I don't want to put more pressure at this stage. So I think that important now is more than launching a lot of markets and just keeps pressuring out the curve pool. We need the Gauge to work and we need to start sourcing liquidity in other chains. This is very important. Like we need to reopen this bridge. We need to start moving meme towards other chains, especially BSC, which I think is starting to get traction again. And this is like the focus. Also, Merlin has been working very hard on the oracles. So the idea here is to have also a more flexible approach to oracles that would allow us to make maybe very small markets for risk because of risk management, but still hype markets. So we will be able to use them as instruments of engaging with the other communities and list interesting collaterals first and be super agile on doing so. About collaterals on other chains, with Andre, we are still working on SFTM, as you can imagine, and come on Binance Smart Chain is the first collateral being CR BNB, that is Cream BNB liquid staking, which is fantastic. I think it's a huge step ahead, and it will gain a lot of traction from from the community down there because nobody has this, and it establishes also this strong partnership that we have with our friends at Cream. Additionally, I forgot to mention that we are going to deploy the famous Kashi markets for meme leverage. So the Ethereum meme, WBTC meme, and Alchemix meme, which will be the first free meme markets that will be funded not by the protocol governance, but will be funded by you guys. So we will have first an ape.tax like Yearn Vault test environment in which we will have like a limited amount of meme that we will be able to put in these vaults, and they will get distributed automatically, like I said through the post that I did on the sushi forum, and we will focus on having this environment tested with the Yearn vote, and then as soon as we have everything together, we will turn on the apes win interface that will be directly on Abracadabra, so it's not going to be like a different domain or anything. We consolidate everything on Abracadabra with the Wizard exchange, or however we want to call it. I'm looking forward for suggestions on how to call this. But this is also very important for the usage of meme. So we will offer first the first margin trading of Alchemix, which I think is super cool. We will um, we will offer margin trading for Ethereum and the WBTC, which are very valuable collaterals, dynamic fees on all these cash markets, and opportunity to earn money with your meme. So you can basically put your Yearn Vault whatever. You will mint a meme, and then you will add meme into Yearn Vault meme, and you will earn extra yield all inside our ecosystem. And I hope that you guys will help us making this work all together.
Sweet. So we also addressed the questions related to apes.win and how that's gonna unfold in the next few weeks or months. And now another big set of questions that we have are a little bit long to explain, but I'm sure you're going to be willing to do so. And for the first big set of questions is related to real estate and meme, because you said something about it on Telegram, and many people were like wondering if that's evolving and what's your point on that, and maybe if you want to speak about that a little bit more.
Yeah, I think this is a real exploration of something. So my idea here is that we can chat about it. I don't have so much to say at the moment, apart of what I already said. I think there is an opportunity on having collateral security tokens as collateral to mint euro meme. I'm preparing a more detailed proposal on how it's going to look like, and I would like to address it with uh, a better post about it, to be honest, than just chatting like this. If it's not a problem, I think it's not something that it's coming tomorrow. To be honest, like it's a very long term thinking thing.
Perfect. I think people were just hyped because they know that it's a really interesting topic, and they were just really willing to know more about it. But I'm sure that a more structured post will be way better. And same thing, we also had another questions about if we have any plans of taking of collateralizing NFTs. But I also think that this is something very experimental, and that similar
Yeah,
to what you said, that we will look into it, but it will take time, obviously.
I mean, we can do everything that I think George made a very interesting proposal there, and with all the NFT hype that is around, I think it's great. But first, we need to focus on the core components of the ecosystem. Like when I see meme trading on EPS, on Phantom Curve, on Curve with the Gauge. We have the markets meme on BNB meme. We have leveraged markets on BNB on Pancake Swaps because of our apes.win interface. We have FTM markets leverage on Phantom. We have WBTC, Ethereum, Alchemix, and others on Ethereum, and we have all the things moving around. So meme spell moving around like the true cross chain. Um, then then there we will be already very happy. We will be like, yeah, let's do the NFTs, let's do the real estate, let's do everything. Like, why not? Like everything that is gonna make it moon, I'm up to it, right? I'm a token holder like you guys. So
Probably the biggest. So yeah, I think we've gone over all the questions that were written into the email question channel on Discord. If you have something more, just ping me, and I'm willing to read it to Dani. And now I think that if anybody wants to come on stage and speak a little bit about the whole protocol, or if he just wants to ask question to Dani, it would be a great moment. So yeah,
please come and raise your hand if you want to ask any question.
keep an eye on that, Dani, or just give me the permission to add people if they ask. Yeah. So in the meantime, Peknatank asked if we have any plan to go into Polygon, and I believe you already replied to it, saying that yeah, we are looking into Polygon, we are already deployed there, and we are willing to explore that opportunities.
I'm sorry a little bit for my connection. Please request to come on stage or something because that's the way that I can see it.
So Uncle Badger asked if there's gonna be any way to have PLP as collaterals in the near future, and if that's something we are looking into it.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you, Romy. Can you?
Uncle Badger asked if we are gonna have any PLP as collateral in the short term, pop cycle liquidity provision tokens.
Yeah, we are looking how to best make the oracles because they are very dynamic. Like they change in value very quickly, depending on the size. Like it's a concentrated liquidity. So, but we are working on this. It's gonna be one of the most important stuff in the next weeks. Like definitely, we are gonna take PLPs, 100%, and also like we need to start to really focus on utilizing all the innovation that we have in the ecosystem between Popsicle and Abracadabra together to make sure that everything, all the capture value, stays inside of our own ecosystem.
Dope. Perfect. So, yeah. Indigo asked when SOM, and I know that you might want to say something about it, Danny.
Can you repeat, please? Sorry.
Indigo asks when SOM is collateral.
Yeah, we are working on some. It's not gonna be a problem to do it. This is gonna be one of the first that is coming actually. So I would aim at 10 days kind of situation going on. I have a call with them tomorrow actually. So we are planning it a little bit, right?
Yep, dope. Then UMD asks when the analytics page will be up, and I know that our devs are working on it. So I don't know the exact ETA because, as you know, we don't do ATAs, but it's coming because we're working on it. Yeah.
Anything else?
Once again, guys, feel free to ask and come on stage. We're always happy to speak with you and to like have like a real chat. So just ask, and Danny will let you speak. Caesar asks if we are looking into any centralized exchange for Spell, or if we want to do it in the
No, no.
short term.
I'm looking for listing meme on centralized exchanges is more important now. So I'm doing it. One centralized exchange will come soon, and another I'm talking, and it should come soon. Also a big one, both big, top 10.
Dope, sweet. UMD also asks how soon is something like YV Link and Tree Crypto is away? I mean, I suppose he means how far away are
Yeah,
we
it's
to
just
accept those kind of
is
things?
as far as liquidity is captured. So first, every effort possible to capture liquidity, then we open everything that we want. Because of the design, Merlin is very fast on popping up things, and the team is very fast. We just need to be careful on giving too much markets out. We have still borrowable balances out.
Dope, perfect. I see that there's a lot of activity on the Discord, and I'm really happy about it. Yeah, by the way, this call is being recorded, and it will be soon. Once it's finished, we will publish it on our Discord, and we will make a tweet about it, so people will know that if they want to listen to it, they can just come to our Discord and listen to it. So Blackthorn asked when Zapper or the bank integration info. We are working on both of them. We have some proposal up. You can find it on the general channel on Discord, and we can just need to update. And one small update about the Coin Market Cap application. We sent the application twice, and for Spell, and twice it was rejected. So I'm gonna wait a few days and then send the third one, and then after that we're gonna speak with people and try to get it listed as soon as possible.
Well, if you know anyone at Coin Market Cap, please reach out and help us.
Yeah, thanks. It would be really appreciated. Um, RDMIQ asks Espel on Phantom. The staking process will not be on Phantom, I
No,
suppose. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's it. Will there be an Italian community for this project? Maybe if you make one, we're happy to advertise your Italian community for this project. Um, Okay, there was some questions about XBoo. If we are ever gonna try to look into XBoo to add it as a collateral for the Phantom market.
for now, no.
Not for now. Uh, when can we see the Oracle feeds the teams are using? Would be very helpful in choosing leverage since the historical prices vary greatly between sources, especially the USDX feeds. Yeah, sure, we are gonna share the Oracle's price with the Oracle with you. I think it's not gonna be an issue, and we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no problem.
no problem, 100%. I'm gonna add it to the Git book as soon as either today or tomorrow. No big deal. Vale asked how many spell is enough to make it, Danny. Do you want to comment on this?
One. One is enough to. You're gonna make it with one spell.
One spell, we're gonna make it. Let's go.
One spell, you're gonna make it. In Indonesia, but you're gonna make it.
DMIQ asks, will there be another burn in the future? Currently, we're not looking at another burn, right, Danny?
No, basta burning,
Basta
basta.
burn. We burned a lot. That's
Yeah,
it.
I feel like we have been burning too much. Basta.
We burned a
Fertig.
lot. Yeah.
Fertig.
Any comment about the deployment on Kusama that you mentioned on Telegram?
Yeah, this is very interesting. So, as I'm talking to make sure that Teniswap has Kusama Moon River integrated, and as soon as we do, Kusama Collaterals, we are looking into the liquid staking with them too. So it's something that it's coming. I want to be in all the good shit, the good shit. So we are gonna try make it. Like I met them, I know them very well, the guys from Moon River and the guys from Polkadot. So it's really a no brainer, no brainer.
What about insurance cover Nexus Mutual on the roadmap?
Yeah, definitely we can do that. Yeah, actually, Romy, maybe you can ask, you can reach out and take a look at this. It's a good, actually, it's a good. I didn't think about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. We can look into it for sure. Another question is why is the spell APY not updated? Seems like a quick change on of an hard coded value. Yeah, currently the APY for a spell is updated manually, but we will soon look into make the process not manual, and you will be able to see the APR changing dynamically as we do with NICE.
great.
What about leveraging synthetic asset on Mirror? The devs there love integration from other protocols.
We have Carlo wanted to talk. Come to the stage. I added him.
Ah, sure.
Please, Carlo, go ahead. Carlo, can you hear us? Well, Carlo and GMI.
No, Carlos gonna make it. He's a nice soldier. He come to
Yeah,
the
I know, I know, I know.
Guys,
he came.
do you hear
There you
me?
go. Yeah, we can. Hi,
Okay,
Carlos.
I'm Saxio. We met at in Paris. My is a very important question.
Go on. Let's go. Happy to hear you.
S- s-
Maybe Carlos not gonna make it after all.
Exactly. Carlo and GMI.
Okay, he's joining back. I think.
Carlo, write it on Discord your question.
Yeah, write it on Discord. Whatever. We can. Anyone else wants to join the stage? Just as usual, raise your hand. Can you explain why the meme for Kashi and meme euro, Dani?
Meme Euro is gonna for being able to do meme euro, we need the first. That's why I've been pushing a euro t synthetic euro, and also there is Andre that is working on the forex stuff. So all these things we can take as collateral to mint a different leverage market for forex. We are collaborating with Andre and Fixed Forex and Curve together for building the next generation leverage the forex market with all together. So it's gonna be cool as fuck. That's
Yeah,
also one of the reason we are doing all these leverage things on on Yearn Vault meme, Kashi markets, and all this.
Okay, so while we wait for Carlo, there's the question I asked before. What about leveraging synthetic asset on Mirror? The devs there love integration from other protocols from Vale. If you want to address that, I'm not sure.
Synthetic asset like what?
I'm not sure. I don't know their protocol. So
Like
Vale, if you want to come on
synthetics like
stage,
stocks?
yeah,
Or
exactly. If you want to come on stage, Vale, feel free to come and you can ask directly.
well, I just DM me, sir, and I will address it later. My battery, guys, is gonna die. So, sirs, I love you all, and we are gonna make it together. And for let's start. Please come to the yeah. I mean, 1 second. 1 second. So I think the important things that I'm asking to the community, if you are listening now, is please help us in participation of the new governance, because this is really important to me. So if you have skills and you have some time, you are good in marketing, or you think you're good in marketing, or you're good in graphics design, or whatever skills you have, very appreciated if you can help out. I would like really this to be a community run project, and we need all together. We still have unallocated spell that is for the team that I'm very willing to give for helping out and do some bounties, translations and stuff like this. So come, join the Discord, reach out. I'm gonna be super active on Abracadabra in the next month. So please, anything, just I'm always available, guys. So you know that I never sleep. So I'm always hammering it down. So
But please don't steal my only jobs and don't get me fired, please.
you are gonna make it, Rom.
Okay, great. So, by the way, Carlos said that he just wanted to say hi and said that he's really excited to meet us all over again.
Yeah, so we were thinking with Merlin that we should actually do some special stuff for Halloween. So maybe we should start organizing like a big meetup and try to figure out where everybody is at, and maybe do multiple meetups in strategic cities, and do some sort of wizards meetup or something cool. So
Sweet. Absolutely,
that,
we can hello meme. We can
yeah.
absolutely organize that. Yeah, for sure.
Well, it exist an actual Harry Potter castle somewhere?
Yeah, there's one in Los Angeles in the Universal Studios in Los Angeles, and there's some other theme park. I think there's one in England, and there's something in London. There's things in London around. We can organize something, of course we can. We just need to look into it. Absolutely, and we will do it. So yeah, I think this is all the questions that we had. And thanks everyone for coming. Thanks Dani for being here and replying to the questions. And hope to have another AMA soon.
Thanks, guys. Let's see if we can make the meeting in the castle in Los Angeles, in
Would
the
be dope.
Harry Potter castle in
We
LA.
we rent the castle at the Universal Studios.
Ah, I'll dress like Voldemort. The only problem is that Voldemort is skinny, so I don't know how I'm gonna make it. But
I can be Neville Pachok, no worries. I can do it.
all right, guys. Thank you everyone for joining this AMA. I'm very proud of you all, and let's build this governance together, and let's make it happen.
Thanks a lot, everybody. The recording will be posted on Discord. We're gonna share the link soon on Twitter as soon as it's done. And thanks, everybody. I'm gonna close this one.
Love.
Love you all. Ciao.